Have you ever wondered about the most effective diet strategies for shedding stubborn fat? Well, in today's video, I'll dive into 3 simple changes you can make to your diet and eating routine that can accelerate your fat loss journey. Make sure to stay tuned until the end of the video, where I'll provide you with a sample meal plan that incorporates these changes, yet is still great for your taste buds.
That sounds amazing!
If you've ever attempted a diet, you're likely familiar with the concept that, ultimately, weight loss boils down to the balance of calories in versus calories out. As long as you maintain a calorie deficit and ensure an adequate protein intake, you're on track to successfully shed pounds and reduce body fat, regardless of the foods you choose or the timing of your meals. While this principle aligns with the scientific laws of thermodynamics, it overlooks a critical factor: how the composition of the foods you consume and the manner in which you consume them can influence these 2 variables. Recent research has highlighted that while calorie balance remains paramount, the types of foods that you consume and your eating habits play a pivotal role in maximizing fat loss. So, if you're aiming to achieve the most efficient and rapid fat loss, it's essential to move beyond a mere focus on calories and pay close attention to the nature of the foods you consume each day, as well as your approach to their ingestion, as these factors can make a substantial difference in your body. The first change you want to make with your diet is to stick with foods that have been minimally processed instead of processed foods. For instance, opt for foods such as oats and multigrain bread, as opposed to their refined alternatives such as cereal and white bread, which have undergone significant nutrient and fiber depletion during processing. These less processed foods offer several advantages when it comes to weight loss. They generally provide more essential nutrients and promote a longer-lasting feeling of fullness. Additionally, they offer a unique benefit related to the thermic effect of food, which refers to the number of calories your body burns to digest and utilize the foods you consume. Unprocessed foods, in most cases, demand a substantially higher amount of energy for digestion and metabolism compared to their processed counterparts. To illustrate this point, a study compared the caloric expenditure required to process 2 types of sandwiches, one made from whole grain bread and real cheddar cheese, and another composed of white bread and processed cheese. Despite both meals containing similar total calorie and protein content, the more processed sandwich exhibited a 50% lower thermic effect, meaning the body burned significantly less calories digesting the processed sandwich than it did processing the whole grain option. The findings also revealed that the group consuming whole grain foods burned, on average, 100 additional calories per day through the digestion and metabolism of their meals, compared to the processed food group. To put this into perspective, the extra calorie expenditure from choosing whole grain, less processed foods over their processed counterparts is roughly equivalent to the energy expended by jogging an extra mile each day. And if you crunch the numbers over a 3-month period, this simple change would theoretically enable you to burn 2.5 pounds more fat just by making that switch. So, yes, while calories are what matter most, and while you definitely will still burn fat despite eating processed foods as long as you're still in a calorie deficit, you can further speed up the fat loss process by simply swapping to whole grain, less processed foods instead and let them do the work for you. The second change you will want to make is the distributing of your meals throughout the day. While your total daily calorie intake remains crucial for achieving fat loss, recent studies has shown that the timing of calorie distribution may be more significant than previously believed. Studies comparing a front-heavy calorie distribution, with more calories allocated to breakfast, versus a back-heavy approach, where more calories are allocated at dinner, have yielded intriguing results. Those following the front-heavy approach reported reduced hunger and fewer cravings for sweets throughout the day. Moreover, they experienced increased overall energy levels, making it easier to adhere to their diet. This increased energy also led to more calories burned through activities like fidgeting, walking, and general movement. In a separate weight loss study, participants adopting a front-heavy approach not only lost more weight but also saw a greater reduction in waist circumference and better control over their hunger during a 12-week period compared to those using a back-heavy approach by simply swapping their breakfast and dinner calories. This suggests that allocating more calories to your early meals may indirectly contribute to fat loss. I personally observed similar benefits when I transitioned from saving most of my calories for evening meals to shifting more of them earlier in the day. Not only did my energy levels improve throughout the day, but my performance at the gym also saw a noticeable boost. Additionally, my late-night cravings diminished because I wasn't as hungry. While individual factors and the time you do your workouts may influence these outcomes, I strongly recommend experimenting with redistributing your calories to your early meals, even if you're practicing intermittent fasting. This approach appears to offer unique advantages, including better craving control, increased calorie expenditure, and the potential for more significant long-term fat loss results. The final change to consider for your dietary choices involves not only prioritizing unprocessed foods but also selecting those with high satiety levels, as they have been proven to be most effective in curbing your appetite. This adjustment will enhance your ability to stick to your diet and reduce any excessive snacking that may undermine your calorie deficit goals throughout the day. According to the findings of the Satiety Index, which assessed the impact of 38 different common foods on hunger levels, it is evident that certain options outperform others in appetite control, even when calories are equalized. For instance, when calories are equal, if you replace whole grain bread with oats, you'll experience a 25% greater reduction in hunger. Similarly, substituting brown rice with whole grain pasta or boiled potatoes will boost satiety by 30% or 60%, respectively. My recommendation is to consult the Satiety Index, experiment with incorporating these highly satiating foods into your diet, and observe how your body and appetite respond. Now, let's put this all together to go through a sample meal plan that not only incorporates these valuable tips but also delivers delicious flavors. We'll use a target of approximately 2,100 calories for this meal plan, but remember to adjust the portion sizes according to your specific calorie deficit goals, which can vary for each person. To start with, we will allocate a high number of our calories towards our breakfast, which will be protein pancakes crafted from highly satiating, minimally processed ingredients. To prepare these, start by blending oats with 1 whole egg, 1 scoop of chocolate protein powder, 1 banana and 1/2 cup of almond milk. Then you can cook the pancakes on a pan and top them with toppings like peanut butter, sugar-free syrup, or banana slices depending on your preference. For lunch, we'll be tapering down the calories slightly but still sticking with satiating unprocessed foods with baked salmon, boiled potatoes and a side of sautéed asparagus, totaling 500 calories. If you prefer, you can bake turkey breast with squeezed lemon as an alternative to salmon. As a snack, keep your energy up until dinner. Have a piece of fruit, such as an orange, or consider incorporating a protein shake with water. Then for dinner, we'll continue tapering down the calories slightly with a wholesome dinner featuring baked chicken breasts and a side of roasted veggies drizzled with olive oil, totaling 400 calories. And even if you're on a diet, you can still enjoy dessert.
What?
After dinner, satisfy any lingering sweet cravings with a simple yet high-protein Greek yogurt parfait. Mix non-fat plain Greek yogurt with cinnamon and stevia for sweetness, then top it with frozen mixed berries and a tablespoon of chia seeds. This quick and delightful treat is both easy to prepare and incredibly satisfying. Hopefully, this meal plan provides a practical example of how you can structure your meals based on the principles we've discussed while still ensuring a tasty and satisfying experience. Remember to adjust portion sizes to align with your unique calorie deficit goals. It's important to keep in mind that while some of these changes can certainly accelerate the fat loss journey, the ultimate key is maintaining a calorie deficit. So, take the time to experiment with your diet and stick to what works best for you and your lifestyle. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please show your support by liking the video and leaving a comment below, sharing your thoughts on what topics you'd like me to address next. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to become a part of our health and well-being community. I look forward to seeing you in our next video.